Okay, we've got our pieces cut. This is just one, so this is just going to be our lining, so you can use a flannel or something soft for the inner lining if you like. Now we're going to actually mark the darts. So either with chalk or pins. It's very difficult one-handed. It's just, sorry, hang on a sec. All right, we also need to mark this top section, and we're actually going to fold this to this area. So I'm just going to pull the pattern off. Must be an easier way to do this. Okay, but that's what we're going to fold to. So we're going to pinch these two pieces together, and we're going to stitch. Let me just go to the sewing machine and set this up so I can show you properly. Okay, so that's our top of the dart, and then we're going to match these two pins together, and we're going to sew straight down from that pin to that pin. So here we have it sewn. That's our dart. I did it in a black cotton so you could see. And do the other side. Okay, here's what we've just sewn. One dart, two darts. Now you can see when I flip it over, we've got a rounder shape so Bubby's feet can fit. Now we've got this piece, we also have a dart to create, or two darts, one on this side, one on the other side, when I open it out. So I'm just going to mark here the top of the dart. Don't forget your seam allowance too. So I cut the seam allowance around the pattern. Just going to mark it. Mark this side, mark that side, and find your point here. Just fold the pattern back, and we'll go to the sewing machine. Alright, so we've got our two darts up the top here. So as you can see, when you flip it over, we've got, sorry about my camera work, trying to do it all one-handed. It's got that rounded shape at the top. We're going to leave the Velcro until the end. Oh, sorry, I've got that. Because you want to actually attach it to the finished product. So when it's sewn together. So for now, let's move on to putting the right side. So the right side is where you can't see the stitching. Right sides together. So we've got the right side here. And the right side of this is where you can't see the stitching. That's the oval. And we're going to match this up and pin it. And we're only going to stitch to around about here where we're sort of just joining. So I'm going to stitch all the way around, down and up. Make sure you do a back stitch as well a few times, and then that is one, that's your inner shell, because I'm pretending that this is a lining, so that's your inner shell. To pin around here, but I just wanted to also mention, just lay your darts flat. So just lay it flat to one side and then stitch over. Alright, so here we back stitched it up here, folded those darts down all the way up here. Now let me turn that inside out, or the right way around, so you can see what the lining is going to look like. That's the lining turned the right way around, but what's actually going to happen is you're going to do this whole step, that whole section, cutting fabric, or if you've already done that, great, marking darts, sewing darts on your outer fabric. So once you're done with all of those steps, you should have exactly the same as this, but in your main fabric colour. Okay, so we have another shell. Sorry about the mess. Now it doesn't matter which way around you do this, but what I want you to do is have one right side out, doesn't matter which one, and one wrong side out, and you're going to place this one literally inside this one. Let me see if I can take a picture. Okay, so literally one is inside of the other. I want you to pin and line up your seams, and we're simply going to, I prefer to leave an opening here. That's my bird flying around, sorry about that. Walter, come here. Leave a gap on one of the side flaps and stitch all the way. Line up your darts, stitch all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, matching up your seams. Sew this all the way around, get back to here and leave that open, and then simply turn it in the right way. Everything's stitched up. We've got our opening here. Now we're going to turn it inside out. I probably can't do this with one hand. Let me just do that off camera. Okay, so these parts obviously come out all right. We've got our, there's our gap. But here, we've got to put this inside this. We need to invest in some sort of tripod so that I can show you what I did there. So everything's, I think I did it the wrong way around, but doesn't matter, you get the gist. Everything's turned the right way out. Then what I need you to do is just obviously turn that area that we left open. Just imagine that's neat. And top stitch. You can top stitch all the way around if you like for a bit of, you know, extra stability. But as you can see here, we've got lots of room for little tootsies. And they fold over. And now onto the Velcro positioning. So Velcro positioning is written on the pattern. It's pretty straightforward. Yes, and I'm sorry, I have actually, this pattern piece number 3 is upside down. It's printed upside down. I do apologise for that. I don't know how I did that. So we're going to attach left to the left flap. All right, that one there, once we've done, and it says either on the inside or the outside. All right, we've got rough side of Velcro. So the rough side of the Velcro cut into about this sort of size on the inside of the flap. So that's going to be here and on the inside of the flap. Apologies that I've printed it upside down. And then on the right flap, which is the other one, we've got the soft side. So those two will match up. If you've got any questions with that, that's pretty straightforward if you just follow the pattern. And once you've done that, you're ready to swaddle bubs. This pattern is only for use, this finished product's only for use until baby can roll, so about 3 months. As soon as baby can roll, it's very, very dangerous to swaddle them because if they're rolling over and end up on their face, it's very important that we're not, you know, wrapping their arms out of the way. So there you go. I think it's a bit of a daunting pattern, but once you get the hang of it, do it once or twice. It's pretty simple in the end. It looks more complicated than it is. So have fun with it, please, and thank you so much for buying. If you've got any queries, just email me at madebybecky@live.com.au. Thank you.